Hi Helen, we are HelloFresh and we have this crazy idea. Cooking can be fun. We know, your days are as long as lines at the grocery store. Last week's health food miracle is Monday's new enemy. And you need a team of experts, shoppers, and sous chefs just to get dinner on your plate. So, what if we took all that off your plate? Because home cooking is just too good to go away. Let us do the work, consulting with chefs and dietitians to curate menus and deliver fresh, pre-measured ingredients right to your door. Well, as you can imagine, I am not exactly HelloFresh target audience, but many of my students and viewers have been asking me what do I think about meal delivery services, and so I thought I should try them so that I can give you my strong but unbiased opinion. And I signed up for Blue Apron. Sorry, HelloFresh, but everybody was asking about Blue Apron, so let's see how it went. The ordering process was quick and easy. The stuff was packaged very well. The perishables were between two huge ice packs, so if they left it on my doorstep in the middle of the summer for hours, I think it would be just fine. The dish we are cooking today is sweet and smoky seared tilapia with kale salad and roasted sweet potatoes. There are a lot of instructions here. I actually read them all the way through to make sure I knew what I was getting myself into. They say it should take 35 to 45 minutes, so let's see. Turn on the oven to 450 degrees, wash and dry the fresh produce. Couldn't they just send me pre-washed kale? This is supposed to be for busy people. Okay, let's go wash. I'm back with washed produce. Okay, cut and roast the sweet potatoes. Done. Now we need to make the kale salad. The salad needs an avocado, which unfortunately came rock hard. Luckily, I had an avocado on hand to rescue my kale salad, and if you watch to the end of this video, you'll get to find out when the Blue Apron avocado finally ripened. Now there are lots of instructions to cut this, juice that, put this into this bowl, put that into that bowl. So the picture they gave me is very handy and it shows a beautiful mise en place, but I kind of want everything to go into one bowl so that I don't have to wash as many dishes. Okay, now we need to chop the kale and get it dressed. Okay, we have a salad. I tasted it and I think it needs way more acidity, so I'm going to take the matters into my own hands and add a splash of vinegar and salt too. Okay, salad is done. The potatoes are done. Let's work on the fish. It looks like things will get messy once I have to dredge the fish, so I think I'll work on the sauce first and then come back to the fish. Sauce looks pretty easy. Just mix the orange juice, chili paste, lime juice, and a little bit of water. I think we're finally on the finish line here. We need to dredge and fry the fish. Again, they want me to dirty one plate for the flour and another plate to hold the fish before putting it into the pan. How about the paper plate for the flour, and we'll use the same container the fish came in to hold it before frying? If I didn't need to move the camera, I'd place the fish right into the hot pan. I browned the fish, added the sauce, and served it on top of that lovely salad, topped with a few photogenic slices of avocado. Phew, that took 50 minutes. So to be fair, I did have to start and stop the camera and move the camera a few times, which probably added 5 to 10 minutes to this activity, but I probably chop faster than most home cooks, so I'm guessing that 50 minutes is a realistic estimate. Okay guys, the salad is amazing. The sauce on the fish is good. It's smoky and rich, but not really spicy. I have no complaints about the freshness of the fish, but there is no getting around the fact that even in its best form. Tilapia tastes a bit muddy. There is a reason why good restaurants just don't serve it. But for a home-cooked meal, it's totally acceptable, and the bold flavors of the sauce cover up the somewhat disappointing flavor of the fish very nicely. Now let's assess the damage. I tried to optimize a bit so that I didn't have to dirty every plate and bowl they asked for, and I'm still left with a salad spinner, a skillet, a baking dish, a large salad bowl, a bunch of little prep bowls, and a cutting board. When I cook for my family on weekdays, I try to limit the dishes to 1 pan for the vegetable, 1 pan for the protein, and 1 cutting board. So this felt like a lot of dishes to me. So there is a lot to like about Blue Apron. You know, planning meals and shopping can easily take 2 to 3 hours a week. And for people who have intense jobs or kids, or God forbid both, there's just no time. So I think for busy people, Blue Apron would be wonderful. I really like the flexibility that I could choose which days the meals would be delivered, how many servings I wanted, how many days a week I wanted those meals. Everything was very organized, the ingredients were well packed, and it was very easy to figure out which ingredients went with which dish. I found the meals to be very affordable, but of course you get what you pay for. The protein sizes were a little bit small, 5 ounces per person, which is a bit skimpier than I would normally serve to my family. And the protein choices were the cheapest in their category. If it's fish, it's tilapia. If it's beef, it's some grizzly diced beef. I don't know which cut it was from, but definitely not the cut that I would ever consider buying if I was shopping for food. To me, the instructions were overwhelming. On average, there were 18 steps per meal. And is this something people are up for after a busy day at work? I don't know. And although the instructions were plentiful, sometimes they weren't very helpful. For example, carefully peel the cooked eggs. These are soft-boiled eggs we're talking about. It's tough. Help me out with some good tips here, like peel under running water. If all else fails, scoop them out with a spoon or something like that. Or thoroughly rinse the rice. Does everybody know how to rinse rice? Or the chicken dish instructed me to put the chicken in the oven on 1 baking sheet. Then at some point put the vegetables in the oven on another baking sheet. Was I supposed to wait for the chicken to be done first, or should I put them in at the same time? Which one should be on top, which one on the bottom? Basically, I kept reading and rereading the instructions. And if you think that eventually you'll get a hang of it and you won't have to read as much, you'll just know how to do these dishes, well, think again. Our quest for variety means that every single week the options are different, so there is no opportunity to repeat a dish in the near future. I don't have easy solutions to these problems. Blue Apron gives most consumers what they want. Low price point, lots of variety, flexibility, relatively decent nutritional balance, and the opportunity to play house. I'm not kidding. I was talking to a friend of mine who's a food writer, and she told me that people really want to feel like they're cooking from scratch. So if we want it to be cheap, from scratch, and done in 1 hour, we are going to have to chew through a lot of gristle. You know, I really wish that they would send an already made stew or braise that I could just warm up and cook some vegetable for a side dish. No, those types of methods, like braising and stewing, are much more appropriate for cheap cuts of meat. But of course, then it wouldn't be from scratch. And, you know, sending me vacuum-sealed, already trimmed and seasoned tender cuts of meat, like chicken breasts, that are ready for me to just throw into a water bath and cook using the sous vide method, would be lovely too. Of course, all of that would mean that the meals would cost more. But I would gladly pay for more expensive but tastier and easier meals, though I'm not sure if that would work for everybody else. When my husband asked me what was it like after my first day of my first ever restaurant internship, I told him it was like cooking from leftovers. All the vegetables were washed and chopped, the stocks and braises were cooked and chilled and degreased, and all the meat that was tender, steaks and chicken breasts, were trimmed and seasoned and portioned and ready to cook, and sauces, condiments like caramelized onions were already cooked. So the only thing we were saving for when the customer ordered the dish was the final cooking of tender proteins, like grilling and searing of steaks and fish, and cooking of green vegetables, and just rewarming of braises and soups and stuff like that. Tossing salads would also be saved for the last minute. Basically things that would really hurt a dish if they were done ahead. So what I want in a meal kit is an ability to cook like a line cook, not like a prep cook. Sorry, Blue Apron, but I do not want to wash kale after a full day's of work. So now that you know what I would like in a meal delivery service, tell me what you would like. Have you tried a meal delivery service? How was it? What did you like? What didn't you like? Let me know in the comments. It's the end of the video, so I should give you an update on that avocado. It did eventually become ripe 7 days after it arrived. So if you subscribe to Blue Apron, have some emergency produce on hand just in case. This video was brought to you by viewers like you. If you liked it, click here to support my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that little bell button for notifications, and if you're ever in the Boston area, maybe I'll see you in one of my classes.